And it might be the case that you are in several of these quadrants. I know, James, there was a period when you were in like 3 of these quadrants, right?
Yeah, well, I started off in the army, didn't I? Employed. That's all I ever knew. And then I realised at some point, that my pension wasn't going to look after me. It wasn't going to set me up. It wasn't enough. And I had lots of, I'm tied up by strings and what you can and can't do and everything else. So I started looking at other things, So I started doing door work, actually, security work at nightclubs when I was in the army. And I earned, I basically was then self-employed too. I was employed and self-employed. But with that money that I earned, that extra money that I earned, it wasn't good in the first place, obviously, because I was swapping more time for money. I was absolutely killing myself. But with that money, I then started investing it. That was my first step over to the right-hand side of the quadrant. I didn't know it back then. I didn't understand this back then. But that's what I did. I started buying properties with that
Sorry,
money.
James, just to pause there. Sorry. The temptation when you then go and earn more money is to spend more money, right?
Yeah. And it was my temptation, but I just knew that my army pension wasn't going to look after me. And I wasn't enjoying what I was doing at the time either. I wanted out. So I was thinking, I've got to do something else. I've just got to. So that motivated me to do something different and to do something like this, So yeah, I went self-employed and then started putting that money into buying property and renting them properties out, without knowing anything about, the quadrants. But that money then, what I made from investing in property, then bought my time back. It did buy my time back, so I didn't have to do any more door work or security work. Then I started setting up my own business. So I'm literally just on the right-hand side now, and so is Adam.
Calling all US citizens. Check out the link in the description to get your free Goalbusters ebook.